What's up and what's good? Good evening, and welcome to Loc'D On Sports with me, Keith Allen, on a nice Thursday after the stormy weather that we received on after the stormy weather we received last night. What's going on, everybody? As today is Thursday, week that college football begins, but I don't think Ohio State plays till next week. And this is the last week that we have of preseason football in the NFL. The last week, which the Browns will be taking on the Kansas City Chiefs on Saturday, August the 26th. They'll be taking on the Chiefs. So, hey, what's going on, everybody? Hmm, okay. First off, first off, as it gets started here, what in the world? Okay, thing is going crazy. I'm up here doing something here. There we go. Now I'm good to go. But first off, the chat lines are open. Feel free to holler at a brother. Talk about whatever you want to talk about in sports, especially when it's pertaining to the Browns. Um, Also, it look like I'll be doing this by myself again today. Well, not again, but looks like I'll be going by myself today. I'm getting started slow. I'm a little sluggish. Also, subscribe to the new Alviz Media 2 YouTube channel. That's right, like and subscribe to the channel where you'll get content from this show, Locked On Sports 216, Mad Mondays, and the Triad Committee. You'll get content from all three of those shows. And also, scrolling down at the bottom, I am live every Thursday at 7 p.m. That's right. I'm live every Thursday at 7 p.m. Probably not going to be on here, take too much of your time, but I'm going to start off talking about the Browns. Browns made some interesting decisions today. Very interesting. Very interesting. Started off today as Browns quarterback room was the Browns had waived. Let's see, let me go here to my thing. The Browns had waived starting off today quarterback Kellen Munn. They had waived him today. Kellen Munn, quarterback from Texas A&M, was third round draft pick. Browns picked him up. He was in the battle with Dorian Thompson Robinson for the third string job for the Browns. And the Browns had waived him today, which had my man here, Josh Dobbs, was the second string. And my other man right here, Dorian Thompson Robinson, was the third string behind QB Deshaun Watson. Now, I take a nap, come home from work, take a nap, wake up, all of a sudden, all of a sudden, real quick, Josh Dobbs gets traded to the Arizona Cardinals. Yeah, Josh gets traded to the Arizona Cardinals. Gets traded for a fifth round pick. I think, if I'm not exact, I think it's a fifth round pick. Josh Dobbs is gone. He's going for a fifth round pick to the Arizona Cardinals, which leaves as the number two quarterback Dorian Thompson Robinson. Well, 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 surprise, surprise. Dorian Thompson Robinson is the number two quarterback. And then, in another sweeping change of events, the Browns brought back Kellen Mond, Kellen Mond, and he's the third string quarterback. So the Browns quarterback room consists of A. Deshaun Watson, quarterback numero uno. Numero dos, Dorian Thompson Robinson, the rookie out of UCLA. Hmm. And number three, Kellen Mond, who was waived earlier today but was picked back up. Now, let me ask y'all, what do y'all think about this chain of events going on with the Browns? Let me know what you think. Also, they made some other moves too. They restructured the contracts of Myles Garrett, Dave Njoku, Joe Bitonio, and it is somebody else they restructured. But I know so far as Njoku, Bitonio, Myles Garrett, and now they have $37 million in cap space as of today. And also, you take care of Josh Dobbs' salary. That's about almost 40 million in cap space. Do you think the Browns have a big move plan? I don't know. Probably not. But I would like to think they may go after another quarterback before it's all said and done on September 10th to be the number two and put Dorian Thompson Robinson back at the number three. So I don't think that's the final quarterback room as I see it for the Browns. Because you need somebody with some veteran QB experience just in case of injury to Deshaun Watson. Not saying that, but you never know. You never know. So it's going to be interesting in the next couple of weeks. Also, the Browns do play Kansas City Saturday, as I said earlier. And we will see a little more of Deshaun Watson as he is. The starters are playing in KC. Coach Kevin Stefanski said he'll probably play about 25 plays, depending on how things go. And I think we need to see a lot more throwing by Deshaun because we didn't see too much throwing in the game against Washington. He did a lot of the damage on the ground and stuff. So we need to see if he's in sync with his receivers. Definitely need to see that if he's in sync with his receivers. And the main thing also is just to see the offense against the Chiefs, just to see how they look. Just a little sneak peek how they look. Me, myself, I would say play Deshaun maybe a quarter, maybe a drive into the second quarter, depending on how things go. Because I know a couple of people that we won't be seeing, which I don't need to see. I don't need to see Nick Chubb, because I already know he does he does his thing anyway. And you won't see Myles Garrett, but I do want to see Deshaun. And I want to see Deshaun so he knows within himself that he's back. Or if he doesn't have a good game on Saturday, there's some things he can work on in the upcoming 2 weeks. Because remember, after Saturday, the Browns got 2 weeks before they open the season against Cincinnati. That's 15 days. So a lot can happen with the roster, period. Also want to see Kate York and see how he responds from last week when he missed those two. When he really technically only missed one kick. Now it's the game go ahead field goal against Philly. But I want to see how he responds against KC because whatever's going on, the Browns got to fix it. If they got to get my dude hypnotist or whatever, or get him some help or something like that to get over the mental hurdle that he's brought upon himself, he has to get that fixed because I would hate to see during a game that his kick determines a game, especially in the regular season, because it ain't but so many games. It's not like baseball or basketball where baseball is 1 of 162. You're going to afford to lose a game here and there, or basketball, you lose a game here and there. Football, all 17 games count. And I would hate to see a game get decided by a missed field goal by K York. So they got to fix that, get him right, get him in the right place, and get Deshaun confident going into the first game against the Cincinnati Bengals. Get him confident. Also, wonder if the Browns are going to pick up another linebacker by chance. So, wonder that. And as far as the wide receivers, I think the Browns are going to keep 6. They may keep 7. But my wide receivers that the Browns are keeping goes as far as I'm concerned. You got Amari Cooper. He's wide number 1. You got DPJ. He's number 2. You have Elijah Moore, number 3. Then you have Tillman, Cedric Tillman. He'll probably be the 4. Then at 5, I'm going to say you're probably going to go with David Bell at 5. Then at 6, you're probably going to keep Austin Watkins. Now, if they keep 6, that's the receiver room right there, which means Jakeem Grant is gone, and that means Schwartz is gone. But if they decide on keeping 7, I think Jakeem Grant would get the nod because he's a return guy. Unless the Browns want DPJ returning punts and Felton returning kickoffs. Unless. But if they keep 6, that's going to be my 6. And if they keep 7, Jakeem Grant is going to be 7, and Schwartz and them will be elsewhere. Now, the running backs. With the running backs, got Chubb, number 1. 2 is Ford. Even though Ford has been hurt, hopefully his injury subsides and that he's healthy and ready to go on September 10th. And then 3 is kind of interesting because you got Demetric Felton and you got Eric Wilkins, who the Browns had just picked up too. That was formerly of the Indianapolis Colts. So it's going to be interesting because if, let's just say, they keep 6 receivers, Felton would definitely be on the team because he could be a return guy, and Wilkins could be running back 3, and Felton could be the return guy. But if they keep Jakeem Grant, Felton or Wilkins are on ice, basically. Either Felton or Wilkins are on ice. So we will see there. As far as offensive linemen, they're keeping about 8 or 9 because you got Wills. Got Wills, Batonio, Posick, Teller, and I can't remember my guy's name. Conklin and Conklin. Those are your starters. Now, coming off the bench. That's going to be interesting. That's really going to be interesting because you got done and you got done and you got DeJuan Jones. They're keeping him. That's 7 right there. Then you got Hudson. That's 8. 9, Nick Harris. And I don't know what they're going to do after that. I don't know if they're going to keep 9 offensive linemen or 10 as far as offense is concerned. And the quarterbacks, like I already told you at the beginning, Deshaun, Dorian, and Kellen. Those are your 3 as far as your quarterbacks. Now, going over to the defensive side, they're going to keep about 8 linemen, 8 D linemen. Got Miles Garrett. You got free agent pickup from Minnesota, and you got the other free agent pickup from Seattle. You're keeping those 2. And Darius Smith, that's obvious. Then after that, you got Isake Ika. That's 5 right there. Because Schwartz likes to keep the defensive line rotating to keep them fresh. Now 6, got Ika. Oh, Maurice Hurst. Because he's been balling out this summer. 7, that's where it gets interesting. 7. Oh, the other free agent pickup from Houston, that's 7. Owasa Makura, something like that. I'm sorry if I mispronounced his name. And 8 will probably be Alex Wright. And 9 may be Isaiah Thomas, if either one of those 2 are healthy. And 10, I don't know. I don't know if they're keeping 9 or 10 defensive linemen. Because, like I said, Schwartz likes to keep them coming in and out and keep them fresh. Linebackers, say they're keeping about 4 or 5. 5. You got Taki Taki. By the way, it's a miracle that Taki Taki then came back this soon from ACL surgery. Got Taki Taki 1. You have, since you lost Phillips, he's gone for the year. Got Taki Taki. Got JOK. Got Anthony Walker. That's 3. You have Fields, Tony Fields, and you got my man Mahu Diabate. That's 5 right there. And the rest leave up to chance. We'll see how many linebackers that the Browns keep because they go 4-3. So I think they're going to probably keep 5. Then defensive backs, really position I'm not really worried about because that's really like the strength of the defense. I think they're keeping about 10. Did you see that Greedy Williams got waived by the Philadelphia Eagles? Hmm. Maybe the Browns weren't wrong after all. But the Browns probably gonna keep 10. Then you got K. York and Bjorkes, the kicker and the punter. So a lot of many interesting moves have to be made. Many interesting moves have to be made. But hey, that's what Stefanski and them get paid the big bucks for. That's definitely what they get paid the big bucks for. But all I'm gonna say is right now, looks like my prognosis, my prognostication on the Browns record, I'll get that to you later on as I'll be doing like separate videos coming up in the future as far as predicting the AFC North, the AFC East, the AFC West, the AFC South, NFC East, NFC North, NFC South, NFC West. I'll do my separate videos predicting think I'll do two divisions at a time. Two. Then I'll just go with one video with my teams making the playoffs and stuff. So it'll be about 5 videos. It'd be about 5 videos. So coming up in the future and everything. Coming up in the future. But we'll see. Enjoy Saturday against KC, 1 o'clock. And you get to see Mahomes. So we get to see how our defense really gonna be looking against Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, Travis Kelsey, and the rest of the KC Chiefs. You're gonna really see what our defense can do. Even though I don't think you're gonna see Miles Garrett, you might not see that many of the starters in that game on defense, especially. But moving right along, as we're gonna go into a little bit of baseball, hmm, where the Cleveland Guardians are floundering, and the way it's going, they may finish in third place in the AL Central because Detroit is coming. And also, it might spell the end of an era as far as for manager Terry Francona. Francona, who's been the Guardians manager since 2013, has to got some health issues that he has to resolve over the offseason. Got some health issues that he has to resolve in the offseason. And many are wondering if Tito, this might be his last year this year. Many are wondering that. If this might be his last year. Me, honestly, I think the management gave up on Tito at the trade deadline. To be truthful, I think the management gave up on him at the trade deadline, and good luck on finding another manager good as him for the Guardians. That's all I'm gonna say. Good luck, but whew, we'll see. Because the management quit on the team, they traded away a few people, but this was a year really. The Guardians just had a bad year, just having a bad year, flat out. True, they just having a bad year. Period. I mean, first nobody was hit, then you lose four of your original starting rotation. Four: Tristan McKenzie, Shane Bieber, Kyle Control, and Aaron Savali all went on the DLs at separate times during the season. Right now, top three: Tristan, Bieber, Quantrill are still on the DL. And honestly, I don't think we're going to see any of the three the rest of this year. Just being honest. I don't think we're going to see any of those three this year. And Shane Bieber might have pitched his last game for the Guardians. For real, for real. I think they're going to trade him in the offseason if his arm is okay. But Guardians do got three good replacements in the rotation with pitchers Gavin Williams, Trevor Bybee, and Logan Allen. They've held it down. But the problem with this team has been no offense. They just can't get it done offensively. And the management hasn't helped at all. Plus, you got to remember they traded two bats they could have desperately needed this season. And outfielder Nolan Jones, he went to Colorado. Outfielder Will Benson, who's in Cincinnati. And they're both being productive on top of that. And then they traded Josh Bell. That signing didn't work out. And also the Mike Zunino signing didn't work out either. Even though now Josh Bell is tearing the cover off the ball for the Florida Miami Marlins. And Zunino, well, no one's heard of Zunino since. But it's going to be interesting because the Guardians said they got all these prospects and everything, but none of them is panning out so far, especially in on the field. Not the pitching, but the hitting prospects on the field. None of them is really panning out. And on top of that, Josh Naylor's been hurt for a while. He's been hurt. I don't know when he's coming back. He'll probably come back 1st of September, maybe. And I don't think Tito signed up for another rebuild. I don't think he has another rebuild in him. Honestly. Honestly. I don't think he has another rebuild in him at all. So it will be interesting to see where the Guardians direction the Guardians head in the future if Tito steps down. If he steps down. Remains to be seen yet. Nothing is definite, but I think this year and the way things are going, if he did, I wouldn't blame him. I wouldn't be mad at him at all because the management then kicked the can down the road ever since 2017. After the 2017 season, they've kicked the can down the road. Been saying that, oh, we got prospects and all this and all that, not trading some of the prospects for major league ready talent now has actually caught up with the Guardians. And people they done signed Cole Calhoun and Raymond Laureano, but let's be real, let's be serious. They're not in the Guardians' plans after this year. They're not. They are not in the fold in the plans for next year. They're just a stopgap now. And I'm gonna say this: the ownership needs to quit shopping at Family Dollar for their players. They gotta start spending money. I ain't saying that you gotta go spend like the New York Mets or the Yankees or the San Diego Padres or whatnot or the Dodgers. But spend, spend, spend some money. Get you some corner outfielders. Because I've been saying this all along. The Guardians need some power at first base, in the outfield. Outfield, if you look at the outfield, the start Guardians outfield with outfield period. With Quan, 5 home runs. Brennan, 5 home runs. Miles Straw, one. And Gonzalez, SpongeBob, two. That's 13 home runs in the outfield. And that's just totally unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. Well, last year, everything in a vacuum went right. Every rookie they brought up was productive. This year, sophomore jinx, Jimenez fell off a little bit, fell back to the pack a little bit offensively. Gonzalez had his troubles. Um, Quan started off slow at first, but he's picked it up. He's been doing his thing. Because really, if you look at the Guardians right now, the only safe bets I see on this team, Jose Ramirez at third, Quan, even though I think next year he should be the center fielder. Naylor, I really prefer Naylor at DH as opposed to playing first base. He scares me at first base, but I really prefer him at DH. And Jimenez. Hopefully, Jimenez will pick it back away from where he left off from last season, next season. But other than that, you got two outfield spots up in flux, shortstop position up in flux, first baseman is questionable, and Bo Naylor will probably be your catcher. I think he's going to improve upon the next year. I think he's going to improve because it's kind of hard to be a catcher, to learn pitchers, learn the hitters, and call a game and hit. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot going on for him. But other than that, the Guardians got some serious work to do. Some serious work to do, and especially if Tito leaves. It's like, who is going to be the manager if Tito leaves? Or could it be that the Guardians are heading back to the dark days right after Mike Hargrove, when you had Eric Wedge, Manny Acta? I hope not. I sincerely hope not. And if they're heading towards a full rebuild, because I don't think Tito signed on for that. I don't think he's rolling with that at all. But a lot remains to be seen with the Guardians. This team could be in serious trouble. And you already know they have trouble drawing folks down there. And if Tito leaves and this team is in full rebuild mode, you'll be lucky if you see 5,000 at that stadium next year. And I don't care. They can have the dollar hot dogs, the little promotions, all you want. It won't be that many people going to see the Guardians next year if they're in a total rebuild project. And with a new manager, depending on who it is. So hopefully the Guardians make the right moves that they have to make in the offseason. And hopefully Detroit don't catch them. Because that's Detroit been cellar dwellers for a long time. But the tide is starting to turn in the AL Central. The tide is definitely starting to turn. I see some viewers. You can holler at me. Chat with me. What's up? I'm willing to talk any sport with you. What's up? Definitely what's up. Also, I'd like to give a quick shout out to Shakari Richardson. She won the 200 and the 100 in the World Championships. Shout out to her. And I definitely look forward to seeing her in the Olympics next year. Yes, she came back from a lot of adversity and now she is shining. Congrats to her. Shouts out to her. Also, high school football started. Glenville did the damn thing as they ran through Dinwiddie of Virginia in Canton last Saturday, 36-13. Matter of fact, they scored all their points in the first half. Shout out to Glenville. Glenville takes on, who do they take on? Oh, they take on Olentangy Liberty this weekend. Good luck to the Tarblooders as they go on that quest to be a repeat champion in Division 4. And also, shout out to all the high schoolers that started out their seasons and played. May you stay safe and play well. Stay safe. And prayers for the young man that was shot down in Akron, the kid. Is a kid and a 19-year-old, I think, that got shot down in Akron. Folks, at a youth football game. Folks, and I'm dead serious. We have to put the guns down. Why bring a gun to a youth football game? If you're going to do that, you might as well not come. You might as well not come. Just stay your ass at home. I mean, for real. I mean, it's just crazy. and just ridiculous. Senseless violence. 7-year-old kid have nothing to do with what's going on. Come on. Come on, y'all. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. For real. Gotta keep these kids safe, y'all. Definitely gotta keep these kids safe. Man, that is crazy. Crazy. Can't even go to a youth football game without somebody starting some mess. That's totally ridiculous. It's like, wow. Mm. But anyway, I'm about to let y'all go. And I say this, have a good weekend. Be safe. Stay out the way. Be careful, wary of your surroundings, and prosper, everybody. Just prosper and be safe and be well. And this is your man, Keith Allen, for Locked On Sports 216. I got some things coming up during the football season. I don't think I'm going to be on for the next 2 weeks. I need a break. But I will be back on the week of the first Browns game, that Thursday before the 10th, which is September 7th, I think. I will be back, but I will be on break for 2 weeks and doing some things to improve the experience and working on some other videos and whatnot. So, everybody, be well, be safe, and I will see you all in September. And have a good evening. It's Keith Allen, Locked On Sports, signing out. Peace.